I got you. Right back, brother. No, what the fuck? Got him.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, the Mighty Mouse Plays here again with another video. When we look at the identity of Solar Warlocks, it's pretty clear that they're meant to be an aerial class, with many aspects and fragments helping to push you towards this playstyle. The question becomes, is this playstyle viable? I think to answer this, we need to look into one of Bungie's most recent changes, Airborne Effectiveness. Airborne Effectiveness is the newest stat Bungie has released into Destiny 2, and this change directly affects the Warlocks the most. So, what is Airborne Effectiveness really? Well, it's a scalar that goes from 0 to 100, which will directly affect the accuracy and aim assist of your weapons while in the air. At 0, you're going to have no aim assist in the air, and even if you aim towards the head, you can still hit a body shot if your aim assist cone covers the body in any way. While at 100, your weapon will feel as accurate from the ground as it is in the air. In short, the best way to get a higher Airborne Effectiveness stat is to have to build into it. For my build, I'm using the Austringer with the Icarus grip, as well as the Ophidian aspects to give me a total of 38 Airborne Effectiveness. While 38 Airborne Effectiveness isn't great out of the gate, there are ways to improve this, which brings me to the aspects and fragments. Starting with the aspects and fragments, all three are great options, but I choose to run Icarus Stash as well as Heat Rises. Let's start with the Icarus Dash. Looking into the Icarus Dash, this gives you the stable Warlock in-air dodge. This allows you to be able to quickly traverse the map at high speeds, as well as maneuver your way in and out of airy scenarios. This has to be the best tool in the game for any class, as it allows you to not only have the fastest movement in the game, but it also is a great tool to help control your engagement distance, as you can quickly close the gap or run away from an opponent as necessary. This is a must-run aspect in my opinion for any Warlock who's looking to improve. I also run Heat Rises. This aspect allows for you to consume your grenade for a plus 70 boost to your Airborne Effectiveness, as well as granting you the cure, giving you a little bit of health back. This allows my build to reach 100 Airborne Effectiveness, granting perfect in-air accuracy as if I was on the ground. This also gives you an improved hover while you jump, allowing for you to find creative angles to get the jump on even the most seasoned of players. But you do need to be cautious, as floating in the air with no cover can leave you as a sitting duck for any opponent who can either predict where you are or will know where you might be coming from. Next, let's look into the fragments I run, which are the Ember of Wonder, which I run for the tier of Resilience, the Ember of Beams, which I run for the tier of Intellect, as well as improving the Dawnblade when I run it, the Ember of Searing, where killing scorched enemies will grant melee energy, and the Ember of Singeing, which will cause my class ability to cool down faster when I scorch an opponent. Generally, when deciding which fragments you want to run, I look for one of two things. Does it give me a stat boost where I want to improve my stats, or does it have an effect that will improve my gameplay? My current build plays around scorching people, which both melees do. It will recharge my melee if I kill an already scorched target, and will give my class ability cooldown a boost when I scorch a target from any source. Next, I'd like to look into the supers. Both have a place, but serve different roles. The Well of Radiance is the fast-paced, zone-controlling super which grants massive healing and damage buffs to you, while the Dawnblade is the slower charging, free-roaming super, allowing you to make big plays with a high skill potential. I found more success with the Well, but you should choose whichever one's going to jive with you and your playstyle better. Taking a look at the class abilities, there is a new contender in town, the Phoenix Dive. This is a dive to the ground which will allow for healing upon landing. This has a lot of synergy with the subclass, as this is a great tool for anyone who is caught in the air and needs to get out of dodge quickly. Well, the healing and empowering rips are still great options as well. For anyone who's going to find themselves grounded with their playstyle more, should choose one of these rips, as they are some of the strongest class abilities of the game. But for those of you trying to make the most out of the in-air playstyle, I would suggest giving this a try to see how you like it, as it does have strong utility. In terms of jumping,
that
the
was a
burst glide
clap.
allows for you to Warlock skate, so the other options are nearly irrelevant by comparison, as you should always choose burst glide. We also have a new melee ability available, the Incinerator Snap. This shoots out a fan of flames that will scorch your opponent when you hit them. While there's nothing more aesthetically pleasing than the Thanos snapping your opponents out of existence, the fact that it fans out makes it hard to hit all your projectiles, which can lead to sometimes underwhelming damage, which is why I choose the Celestial Fire. This melee ability lets you shoot out 3 projectiles in a straight line that will explode on impact and scorch your target. This does track heavily and explodes, allowing you to tag opponents around corners and helps keep their recovery from proccing, which is why I choose this every day over the Incinerator
Well,
Snap.
this guy put a bubble awfully close to me.
Your grenade on your Warlock is one of your most important choices. It allows you to not only be utilized as a grenade to damage or heal, but it can also be consumed to give you in-air accuracy. I typically choose either the Healing Nade for its potent healing abilities and ability to get out quick, or the Firebolt, which has the fastest cooldown and can be either used to clean up an opponent who's already damaged, or, pop your heat rises. Altogether, this class does require some build crafting to be fully utilized, but this is probably the strongest subclass in the game currently, and I think anyone who's going to put the time in with this class to learn it is going to find themselves improving. I hope that all of you are able to learn something about not only the subclass, but how you can better utilize it. I appreciate you guys watching until the end, and I look forward to sharing more with you guys coming forward. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for more, and as always, stay smooth.